into the final set of 3 games. If no tiebreakers are required, it's time for a ZVZ between Lucira and DRG, and the fans are still here. Look, that was actually, that was synchronized. That was impressive. I like that.
Well done. Well done. Good job, guys. That was pretty cool.
That was actually really cool. I'm sure they planned that. There's no other way.
There we have our standings. Grubby and Byung are both in Code A. Grubby was not able to get into Code S. The Foreigner today not successful so far without a map win. Don't fret, guys. We still have on Thursday, actually, we have Huck, another Foreigner that has a chance to get into Code S. But right now, DLG got the first ticket, and Lucira, First, and Symbol are fighting for the second one.
Things could get pretty crazy here.
We could have a 3-way tie if DRG wins now, and then First and Symbol take their wins, First against Young and Symbol against Grubby. Then we have a 3-way tie between the 3 of them. So if Lucira takes the next game, he is in Code S together with DRG, which means that Symbol and First are fighting for second place. Sorry, third place.
Third place, yeah. This is normally second place when we go to these situations, but today the group's a little bit different.
Because we have this wild card for the third place finisher. But yeah, Symbol and First have to watch now and hope that DongRaeGu is taking this win. Because if he doesn't, then they have no chance of advancing to Korea straight away.
Very true. The map is, you see it on screen, Abyssal City. So a pretty big but still 2-player map where there are multiple entrances to the natural. We could see DRG pull off his aggressive baiting strategy.
Lucira here, he is ready, he wants to go, both of them want the next game to start. For Lucira, a lot is on the line, he wants to go straight to Code S, he does not want to end up in a tiebreaker with First and a Symbol, he wants to take it right now. DRG, this match is irrelevant to him, he wants the 5-0 though, he wants to get out of this group without dropping a single map. Abyssal City is the map for the Zerg versus Zerg, both of them ready to go, ready to give us a good show, and we are going live now with our ZVZ. Lucira up against DongRaeGu at the GSL up and downs with Colin Wolf. To the right side of the map, we currently see our red Zerg player. He's starting for Team Incredible Miracle. It is
LGIM Lucira.
With a win in this game, he could advance to Code S together with DongRaeGu. If he loses, he might end up in a 3-way tie with First and a Symbol. His opponent is starting to the left side. He is already in Code S. This match is irrelevant to him. It is
MVP DongRaeGu.
4-0 in the group.
Not, you know, that's a normal DRG face. Well, we have Lucira with his normal cancel. And so, no early pools for either player. On this map, I would actually be surprised to see massive variations in builds. Probably a hatch first versus a pool first, or just a double hatch first is what it starts to look like here.
You know, if you actually argue about the standings in the group, if Lucira wins this, then he takes actually the first place in the group. It doesn't actually matter, because, well, both places are advancing to Code S.
It doesn't affect seeding either, because we have a group selection.
Yeah, but if you want to be 100% correct about things, then that's something that you have to point out. Because they would both be on 4-1, and Lucira, of course, with a direct comparison win against DRG, would then take the first place.
Very true. That's something that will actually come to pass if he wins.
And currently, Lucira going for the hatch a little bit later. He doesn't take a risk here. He starts with the pool first, and DRG with a hatch first play, and also the earlier gas.
Yeah. Taking a few bigger risks, but he gets ahead as a result.
It's of course going to be spotted by the Overlord. Lucira has it already over there and is like, okay, well, he started with the hatch first. He doesn't know about the gas yet, though.
There's the gas for Lucira. Ooh! Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, that would have been interesting if that would really have been a double gas, but he goes for the oversupply.
That's what Lucira likes to do, man. He likes to make his drones go to work.
The gas cancel.
You know, I wonder how it must feel to try to transform into a building and then suddenly become a drone again. It seems painful.
I don't think that's a good feeling.
I guess it costs about 6 minerals or so. But
Yeah, that must be a horrible feeling.
yeah. I wouldn't... Stretching my body out like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something, and then suddenly just going back to drone
It's
form.
actually just punishment for drones that have been slacking off a little bit.
Yeah.
The speed is there for DRG a lot faster now, thanks to his early gas. Lucira is just trying to get a scout in, but the opening here definitely a bit in favor of DongRaeGu. He will be the one who can attack earlier. Now a bit of aggression here at the bottom left, trying to just punish those drones, but the early Zerglings won't be able to do a lot.
Yeah, he loses 6 minerals each on those extractors, which makes 12 between the two of them, but just a little bit of pressure. Then it's better to make the extractors rather than lose the drones.
Well done.
Because that's 100 minerals.
Well
that you
done.
lose. Yes. It was really well done to put those into the extractor to save them, but...
I'm talking about your math skills.
Ah, thank you.
That would be so funny. 6 plus 6. That's 10 minerals. No, Wolf.
Nope.
Not today. Or not now. The Bathing Nest is a bit faster for Lucira. And the difference in speed is most likely not going to matter. It's a very small window that DongRaeGu has where he can force a fight, and Lucira is not able to retreat because he's not fast enough.
DRG's going for that +1 carapace first. He's doing that build.
That helps him a lot against Banelings. With the Zerglings too, so...
yeah, and it also works against roaches once the first initial roaches come out.
Yep. If you have the +1 attack upgrade for the roaches, and then you can 2-hit a Zergling that doesn't have an armor upgrade, but with the first armor upgrade doesn't negate it.
Spinecrawler is moved.
Very passive from both of them at this point, and Lucira is going straight into the Roach War now. He only has a few Zerglings or Banelings on the map to be just passive. He wants to keep them at the ramp so that if DRG tries to run by with Zerglings, he can do something about it.
This is really important scout because he sees the lair, which DongRaeGu just started. He probably regrets that. If he'd started a second later, it would not have been seen. And at this moment in time, Lucira has to make a choice. He's probably just going to start his own lair right away. It's not that far behind. He is a little bit behind in upgrades, though. DRG with that fast carapace makes a pretty big difference.
DRG is just going into this tech strategy. You can really see that he takes this game very serious. He's not trying to end it fast and just go for a coin flip. We have Lucira being the one who will most likely try to hit an aggressive timing here with his roaches. The question is, how soon is DongRaeGu going to identify the threat, and then he can prepare with Spinecrawlers. Depends, of course, on how much Lucira really commits to this, but we still don't have him with attack, and DongRaeGu is completing his own attack already.
I wonder what Lucira's aim is with this little move out here, because he's making 16 more lings. I just can't see, on a map of this size, with DongRaeGu already seeing this with his Overlord immediately, I can't see this push working. DongRaeGu is trying to make an infestation, but he's actually desperately going to make these Spinecrawlers. But since he saw this, I have to say DongRaeGu's Spinecrawlers were really late in this case.
Yeah.
He could have started these way earlier when he first saw the push, but he really wanted his infestation pit first. Even his Banelings are late here, and I take back my statement because DRG is in a lot of trouble without these spines.
He needs the spines. This is exactly what he tries to do. This is why we don't see a lair attack. He tries to hit this very aggressive timing.
The carapace is going to be so
is
important
pushing
here.
out, and yes, the carapace is important against the Banelings, but those Spinecrawlers will be ready. In just a few seconds, there's another one. The Banelings moving in, and the Roaches are still left. Can he work against the Roaches with those Zerglings? Lucira has an 80 supply. DRG is dropping in army supply.
And the reinforcements are going to be really useful here. The drone's taking some extra hits with that carapace as well, but he starts to lose several of them, and Lucira looks like he may actually just be able to push through with so many more lings to reinforce here. He's trapping these units as they spawn, so smart. And here come the rest of the Banelings. Looks like Lucira can just do this.
Lucira is seconds away of getting a spot in Code S. He wants to force the decision. He's moving up the ramp now. GG!
And Lucira takes first place in the group.
He has done it. He's in Code S and he's happy. Victory for Lucira. He did it. Oh my god, he was struggling for so long and now he is in Code S. Look how happy this guy is. DongRaeGu and Lucira, they advance to Code S. A happy day for LGIM's Zerg player in this group. Wow, that was really well done. And look at his face. This I've never seen this many emotions on Lucira's face
Actually,
before.
I'm totally with you on that. He usually is pretty reserved about his emotions, just sits in the booth and does what he needs to do. DRG not sad because, yeah, he takes second place here, but he still has his Codex spot, so a good day for Zerg players.
Did you see how happy he was going for the fist bump here? Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That is brilliant. I love it. So many emotions here. He's a great guy. He's a cool guy. He had troubles in the individual, in the individual league for a long time now, but he is in Codex. Congratulations, Lucira. Well played. And this means that both First and Symbol will now fight for the third place in the group.
Indeed. Now, we have 2 more matches at our standard list of games.
The next game is going to be Symbol versus Grubby, and Symbol won against First. So if Symbol actually takes the win against Grubby, then he will have the wildcard spot.
Yes.
Grubby on Cloud Kingdom against Symbol. This is a very tough opponent that he's facing now. This is probably, I feel in a way, Symbol it might even be stronger than DRG on this map in particular, because the problem that you have as a Protoss player against Zerg is that especially Symbol doesn't give you a lot of openings. If he sees an opportunity to play a longer and safe game, he will take it. He will not overextend. He actually apologized to me after he won against Seed in Code S. I wanted to congratulate him, and I went into the booth and I was like, hey, well done, congratulations. Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he's like, what? Why are you sorry? And he's like, very boring game, I'm sorry, but I wanted to win. I had to laugh so hard, but it kind of just shows that he knows how to win, and he knows he might be unattractive, but if he wants to win, he gets it.
He wants to win, he gets it, man. And Grubby, so far, looking like the weak link in this group. Currently with the worst score, and if he loses here, he'll not only take an 0-4, but an 0-5, so this is really important for him. It's another way for him to test his skills against Symbol. Like you said, one of the better players in the group, especially on this map. Symbol by far the favorite here, but you know, right now First is sitting here and hoping so hard.
I'm repeating myself, but I need to point one thing out once again. Everyone who expected Grubby to come to Korea and dominate this group is, in my opinion, maybe a bit off. He is in Korea because he wants to improve, and he knows that he has to get better. This was always his goal, a long-term goal, and not him just going to Korea and suddenly dominating Koreans. This is a process and not a short-term thing that he's trying to do here. So yes, today he was in a lot of the games a little bit unlucky, but also his opponents were really, really strong. So don't judge him just yet. He is here to stay and he wants to improve in Korea. Now he's up against a very strong Zerg opponent. We'll find out if he can get at least one win or if Symbol is going to just beat him for the 5th time in this group. The game is on. We have Cloud Kingdom. It is PvZ. It is Grubby versus Symbol. Get the GSL up and downs with KangHo and Wolf.